Hello and welcome to VollGazzRacing Season 10, Division 1 Round 3 here at Mugello. Fortunately only actually 5 Division 1 riders have turned up for qualifying. With Rolj, after his run in Division 2, is doing a wild card, let's say, for Division 1. As we wait for the riders to exit pit lane. And Nelson is the first one out on track, just ahead of Craigenator. So we all know who's going to get pole position, but it's going to be a question of who will get second. BTR is on holiday, so that's why he's not here. Joey's probably just in the pit waiting to lag. So Nelson across the line, a 43.9. I don't know if he's lagging or I'm lagging. Guess I'll find out soon. But here comes Platt up to the line to go pole position, a 43.5. I reckon he can go a little bit faster than that. Here comes Joe, running Rossi's 2013 Mugello helmet of his turtle. Up to the line and he goes third. Jack Berman, red, sector 1. He's running a what looks like a soft front and a hard rear. That's improving. I'm expecting a 42. It's a bit wide into the chicane. Into the Biondettis. Round the final corner. And it's going to be a 1:43.4. Shot across the line, 6 tenths off, goes into third place. And I think Craig is about to start his first lap of the session. Yep, here we go up to the line to start. See what Craig's first sector is going to be when he crosses the point round about now. It's a personal best. I don't know how. I wish for the next game they can show like how far off every single person is on their sectors. Be ideal. Into the Biondettis. Platt improves his lap time by another 2 tenths of a second. I think he's probably just gone out on hard tyre. Oh, road's wide. He's probably just gone out on hard tyres, just trying to get the feel. He's done it before. That's what he did at Chang on the Honda. Just go out, roll around, get the feeling, actually gain lap time. Put a quick quality race run in because, to be honest, his race pace is definitely fast enough to be on pole. So Rolls goes last, going a lot slower than he did in the race earlier. Craig comes up to the line and goes into third. Left foot there working a lot, changing between third, fourth gear, I'd imagine. Are we going to see a 42 yet? Running very close to the curb there on the inside. 43.0. And Nelson now is improving. Here he goes up to the straight, passing all the grid spots across the line, and he improved by quite a healthy margin, under half a second off pole. Joe now, whose bike sounds like it's on the pit limiter, but definitely isn't moving like it's on the pit limiter. And his rider's not getting his knee down for the left-handers, but it is for the right. It's a very interesting tactic by his rider, but he's doing very well with this tactic, I have to say. And here we go, up to the line. He sits up as well, and he does not improve. Nelson improving sector 2. That's where he lost time on the previous go round. That could simply just be to where you are, on the change direction from Cervelli to the Arrabbiata. If you are on the right hand side, you will have a shorter sector 2 time than if you're on the left. But that might mean you have to compromise the start of sector 3. So these sectors can work hand in hand sometimes. And I think Nelson's going to come into the box, put in minimum fuel, whatever the tyres are that he prefers, and then go out once more. Joe's improving. He's 1.6 seconds off. Joe really struggling with this game. Still figuring out the puzzle. It reminds me a bit like when he first got on 21. Took him a long time to figure it out. But I'm sure come a month or two's time, he'll have figured it out and he will bridge that gap to the lead bunch. As he improves by 0.2 of a second. There or thereabouts. But remains in 5th place. Owen Nelson, I think he's just gone the way of Craig there. Despite that though, Craig is actually improving in Sector 1. Having a lot of curb to the front, nearly folded, but Craig held it. It's another improvement in the second sector. Hard tyres for Craig. That's definitely I'm not surprised, to be honest, with that tyre choice. The difference between the hard and the medium isn't really that big, and sometimes harder tyres with the stiffer construction can just be a better support in different areas of the circuit. If we'll go to Rolls, as he is about to improve his lap time. Not running wide like he did last time at Vicine. And Craig improves his lap time, but remains in 3rd place after Rolge improves to go 4th. So Craig actually lucky he did improve his time there, because he did actually drop it momentarily out of the front row. With a wheelie there from the Repsol Honda, and that is just about perfect. I thought that was going to be invalidation there, but it isn't. Up to the line, it's going to be a 42.7. And Craig is improving further. Here comes Craig. Just a few 100 meters to go. Can he jump Nelson? He does. Craig goes into second place on the grid. So it's Platt in first, Craig second, Nelson third, Rolge fourth, Jack fifth, and the Lagmaster Joe in sixth.
Just left for me to say goodbye for now and see you for the race.
Everybody's ready, let's go.
The start of the Italian Grand Prix here at Mugello, just a few moments away now. Very soon we'll see the riders.
So, fortunately, only 6 riders on the grid, but let's see what happens. So, the lights are on. After a long wait, we are off, and it is going to be Craig who gets to jump off the line. Platbo is back, but he comes rolled round outside of everyone. He's actually going to momentarily take the lead of the race. Plat's up the inside of everyone. Not everyone, but inside of Craig. And he takes the lead. So we go, it's Platt first, Craig second, Nelson third, Rolge fourth, Joe fifth and Jack sixth. So we now head into turn 4. Everybody through there nicely. Joe and Jack battling for the final position as Nelson forces his way through on Craig out on the exit of turn 5. Brilliant move there by the Prix rider. I think, yeah, so Nelson I think now has literally ridden for every single manufacturer possible. He's ridden for the Ducati, he's ridden for Yamaha, he's ridden for Honda, he's ridden for, I don't think he ever rode for Suzuki. And now he's rode for Aprilia, and he's rode for Ducati, so he's rode for I think he has rode for every single manufacturer possible, all 5 that are currently on the grid. And Craig now coming under pressure from Roll. Jacoby he goes into turn 12. Oh, when he forces Craig to go on the curb, he's going to go underneath. The American goes up. Oh no, and Joe goes. It takes long enough. I did forget to give Jack a 6/10 of a second penalty bomb. I've just realised that. Oh well, I guess I don't think it would have. I'm not sure how much it would have mattered actually, but anyway, round the final corner they go, and Craig goes really wide. And Roll's just holding back, waiting to get the slingshot down the straight, get into the slipstream of that Desmond Sedici. He pulls to the left. He's right on the back wheel. He's just not able to get past. But Craig looks to have really outbroke himself. A lot of entry speed. Could have lost the front there quite easily. I'm guessing that what could have happened. I think he had to lit the brake up. That's why he went so wide. Look at Rolls. He's setting the exit up. This is what Magello's like. You have to set up all these exits, but you have to keep the rhythm going. Keep that flow. And Jack is not too. He's right at the back of these, so it's a three-way scrap for third place currently. So we go into the Arrabbiata one. And then into the second angry corner, a bit steeper this one. A bit less camber. Split out in front, doing what he normally does. And Nelson trying to keep him as honest as possible, but it's quite difficult. But just has to ride around at a comfortable pace, and he'll take the victory. Through the Biondettis. Rolled still all over the back of the Prima Pramac Ducati, and Jack Berman, he's just lost a couple attempts. Just losing that little bit of the toe. But all it takes is one mistake from either of these two, and I'm pretty sure he'll be back in the draft. But here we go. Rolled in the slipstream. He's got to pull to the right. He's got to pull to the right. But he's hit that little bit of curb that is on the. I don't know why that's there, because it's not there in real life. But that's just affected his momentum down the straight, and that let Craig off from getting slipstreamed by the American. As we now go into turn number 2, and Craig gets the curb. That sends him a bit wide, so he's going to make a tighter turn 3, but he hugs the curb nicely and gets back on the correct line, heading up towards turn 4 in sector 2. Oh, and that's some green paint used by Craig there as a track limits warning. Given by the game, and Jack Berman's gone down at turn 5. Turn 5. And that's going to let Joe move. Or is it going to let Joe? Yeah, Joe goes into 5th place. Joe really struggling. I don't think he's even crashed, but he is just that slow. He is lagging, but he's not lagging horrendously. It's not the worst I've seen him lag. Here comes Jack. He's going to pull up to the right and go up the inside into the chicane. But Joe is. Oh, I thought he was going to take the tighter line, but he's not. He's going to actually hold the inside line for turn 12. I know Jack's going to be taking a lot of caution here because Joe is currently riding on the front wheel. He spins it back round. Such great skill to ride on the front wheel like that. Maybe slow, but maybe that's why he's slow. But here we go into the final corner. Roll just still keeping Craig honest, and Craig has not let Nelson get out of his sight either. So the battle for the 2 final podium spots is still open. He comes Jack. He pulls to the left. And he's going to cut across to the right to try and defend that position because Joe's surely going to send it up the inside. No, Jack's got it nailed down quite nicely. So we go back to the battle for 3rd place currently, but Chris could easily turn into a battle for 2nd if he could just bridge those 3-4 tenths of a second. One roll to get a little bit drafted in by through the dirty air there into turn 4. The Ducati wings just disturbing the airflow just that tiny bit, making the Aprilia outbreak himself. This is definitely the best I've seen Nelson ride in quite some time. last season when last few seasons been rid of quite a number of mistakes and a big slide there by Nelson, bit Brad Binder style. Oh, Craig runs really hot into Corinsaio, but luckily built enough of a gap over Rolge to not lose any kind of advantage, and the gap actually stays the same because he's able to get a decent exit from that mistake. As we now go into the final corner, Rolge just in slipstream. I think he's in slipstream range, but he's just not overtaking range. And Craig now he's bridged those few attempts. I think he's just going to be out of slipstream range. But if he can close that gap down the same as he done this lap or the previous lap, then he'll definitely be in range for slipstream as Rolge. You can see him he's doing what Bez was doing earlier, trying to stay out of the dirty air in the braking zone just so he can brake at the same markers as normal. You don't want to be going those few extra meters further at an extra speed as well. It just creates a lot. So that's still going though. Everybody's back to normal. And Rolls is still all over the back of Craig. Craig's lost some time in this opening sector. Oh! Rolls he's gonna up the inside at Savelli, but Craig sits him up through Arrabbiata 1 to hold on to the position, and this fight he's just let Nelson have to creep those few attempts away as I like some more. And to get back to it. As you can see the wings there, the wings are so big these days that the front wheel cam is just pretty ruined by it. Just a mass. Oh! We get to see some more lag. I don't know why it's doing this. Well, that's good.